Hey guys, what is up? Andaull here today bringing you guys another cartoon creepypasta. In this cartoon creepypasta, we're going to be reading a creepypasta on this cartoon called Caillou. The creepypasta itself is called Caillou Says Goodbye to Gilbert. If you guys want to read this story for yourself, the link will be down in the description below, as well as my Twitter, my Snapchat, and my Instagram. Those are the best ways to interact with me. So go follow me on all of those. Also, if you guys think you guys are going to enjoy this video, drop a like and hit that subscribe button if you guys want to see more videos from me. Hit that little bell if you want the notification to come through whenever I upload a video. And also leave a comment in the comment section down below telling me what other videos you guys would like to see. So with that said, let's go ahead and get right into this video. I want to tell you about an episode of Caillou that I saw once. My cat was put down a few years ago, and I want to tell you an episode of the very infamous kids show that was very similar to what I had experienced. I was in my room playing on my DSi. The year was 2009. My cat was put down the other day, and it was summer vacation, and after summer I would be in 7th grade. I was so fixated on my DSi, my mom told me it was almost midnight and that I had to go to bed. Since we only lived in a 2-bedroom house, my 4-year-old brother had to sleep in my room. And I always used to wear headphones while playing quietly. We had to keep the TV on Sprout for some time so he could sleep. He liked Caillou and I loathed it. During Sprout's Good Night show, I saw the Caillou intro playing. The title card was different. This was a season 4 episode of Caillou, and he had more maturity than previous seasons. I remember everything, with even thoughts revolving in my head. The title card read, Caillou Says Goodbye to Gilbert. There was no pictures, it was only words. The screen faded to Caillou's house. The sky was dark and gray. The house was different, it had no front porch, the windows were boarded up, the color of the house was purple instead of blue. The chimney was also worn down and had no top. I kept watching, I couldn't sleep anyway. The narrator said it was a very depressing day at Caillou's house. I don't want to talk about it. I never seen the narrator this depressed. It cut to Caillou softly crying in the playroom. He never cried in season 4. I did research. Caillou said, Gilbert, why do you have to go? We were best friends. That was supposed to be a hiccup, by the way, sorry. I was surprised that this type of show was talking about pets dying anyway. Caillou's parents were talking in the kitchen about Gilbert. Mommy said, it's sad we have to put him down today. I just didn't want anything to happen to him when we're on vacation to New York. The daddy said, you've told me this so many times, I want to scream. What about Caillou? The mommy said, well, he'll be sad, but we had to do this anyway. He does have a kidney failure, you know. Daddy said, what I hate is that he keeps going up into the bathroom. Mommy said, he's lost, Boris, he can't help it. Daddy said, I know, Doris, I'm mostly concentrated on Caillou. I wonder how he's doing. I'll go check on him. Boris walks into the playroom where we see that Caillou is crying and Rosie is playing with her dolls. Daddy walks over to Caillou. Caillou says, Daddy, why does Gilbert need to go to sleep? Daddy said, he is sick, Caillou. When we go, Grandma will babysit you and Rosie. Caillou said, I'm not staying here. Gilbert is my friend. He can't die without me there beside him. I didn't believe it. Caillou was never like this in these episodes. Daddy said, do you really want to be there? Caillou said, yes, I don't care if I get scared. I love him. Daddy said, okay, Caillou, calm down and stop screaming. I hope you know this is too grown up for you. Do you understand? Caillou said, yes, Daddy. Daddy said, okay, let's get in the car. I was speechless. I watched the rest anyway. It showed Grandma going into the house and Caillou, Mommy, Daddy, and Gilbert in the car. Daddy drove. This was silent and boring. After 12 seconds of driving in the car, Caillou had a flashback. It showed Caillou as a 2-year-old with the season 1 animation. He was with Gilbert and Caillou looked happy. Caillou said, "I love you, Gilbert, you're the best." Gilbert meows. As Caillou pets Gilbert, Gilbert licks Caillou in return for love. The screen fades to white and Caillou, his parents, and Gilbert were in a green room with a white couch. Gilbert has a band around one of his paws. As the doctor walked in, it was weird. The doctor said, "Hello, you guys. I heard that Gilbert had a kidney failure. First, we will give Gilbert saline. Then, we will give him the medicine that makes him pass away." Caillou says, "No, he's not dying." Daddy says, "Caillou, cut it out. I told you that we have to do this." Caillou said, "I'm not letting him go." Mommy said, "Caillou, stop it now. Listen to your father." Caillou says, "Okay, let him die. Like, I don't care." I watched in horror as the saline was injected. The doctor says, "Here's the shot that puts him to sleep." The second injection was worse. I was scared about this. Cartoon or not, Caillou lost it. He was crying uncontrollably at Gilbert's soon-to-be death. The doctor checked him with her stethoscope. "Doctor, he's gone. That was quick." Mommy, Daddy, and especially Caillou were all crying. Caillou, sobbing heavily, said, "You are my best friend, Gilbert." The screen faded to white, and this wasn't a flashback. Caillou was with Gilbert in a white room with no walls. The room turned dark. Suddenly, Gilbert faded into nothing. Caillou said, "Gilbert, where is he? He's gone." Caillou started to walk in a straight motion. However, this scene looked more like a flash on new grounds when compared to the show's regular animation. This went on for a minute with violin music playing in the background. This stopped when Caillou was pale and was almost skeleton thin. Caillou says, raspy and dry, "Gilbert." The screen faded to Gilbert on a cloud, sleeping. A soft heavenly voice chuckled. The screen faded to black with Caillou crying in the background. It faded back with Caillou in a hospital. He was pale and looked like he was going to die. Mommy said, "Caillou, you are too young to die. You're only 7. Caillou was 7 now? Well, it looked like Gilbert died 3 years ago. Daddy said, "We love you no matter what." Caillou said, "I know. I will see Gilbert soon." Rosie said, "Caillou, I love you." Caillou said, and then he breathes heavily. Mommy says, "Caillou." Caillou says, "Yes, Mom." Mommy says, "You were Caillou says, "What, Mom?" Mommy says, "Adopted," and cries. Daddy says, "We adopted you from an orphanage. You were a baby born with cancer. We couldn't bear to see you suffer without parents, so we adopted you." Caillou said, "Thank you." Caillou closed his eyes and stopped breathing. Mommy, Daddy, and Rosie were all crying extremely hard. I actually felt sorry for him. The episode ended with the shot of them crying. The credits rolled silently and they weren't that fun to watch either. It was just white text and Comic Sans scrolling on a black background. I only recognized the names of 10% of the people in the credits. The other 90% were people that I had never heard of. The copyright date was 2005, the year that season 4 came out. The screen turned to static. I watched the static until it stopped after 4 minutes. The regular schedule came on after the episode. The next day I woke up and heard my brother had strep throat. My dad had to stay home from work that day. I spent the day, with my dad's permission, at home to go on the computer and contact Sprout about it. Remember that it was 2009, so I contacted PBS Kids and PBS as well. All three didn't know what I was talking about, sadly. I gave up and returned to my normal summer routine. I'm still scared of that Caillou episode, but not as much as before. I did some research on Caillou as well, but now I don't because I gave up. Well, that about sums it up. If you've ever seen this episode before, let me know. Alright guys, I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you guys have, be sure to drop a like, hit that subscribe button down below, hit that bell if you want the notification, leave a comment in the comment section down below telling me what other videos you guys want to see. The link for the story, my Instagram, my Snapchat, and my Twitter is all down in the description below as well, so be sure to go follow me on all of those, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.